Everything mad, memories lighter, hot grabber and a 50 bag. Everything mad, everything mad. Everything mad, everything mad. It's lighter, hot grabber and a 50 bag. Everything mad, everything.
You need to stay hydrated in weather like this, you know.
It's a big moment today, you know.
Oh, no, it's not that big. It's not that big, bro. I gotta be humble.
Nah, I've got to keep it real with you too. I had a list. I don't know if I told you the first time you called. I had a list of all the things I wanted to do and all the people I wanted to talk to this year. One of the ones was the people up in Northern Ireland got to do that. And it was always 091. 091 was on my list. Talking to you specifically was on the list. I said, I have to try to do it this year. I didn't know where it came from. I thought it would have been from the project later on this year. But once you shouted me about talking about the video, I said, yeah, this is how it's supposed to happen. And I wouldn't have rather it happen any other way, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's an honor to be chatting to you, bro, especially about something so serious. For real, like, I knew you were somebody.
Stop the fam. You're just gassing me up now, you know, fam. Here's
Nah,
what I'm saying. If I'm really inspiring the youths like that, I'm very happy with that, you know what I mean?
Nah, bro.
I've come a long way, you know. I must have come a long way, and I don't know.
You're doing it, bro. Like, you're doing it for the community. Mylan wouldn't even know about what's going on in Galway if not for you, fam.
Yeah.
Like, you're on the other side, and you're bringing the likes of Jay, Dubzino, the likes of them, and doing the interviews. Like, if you wasn't doing it, Ireland wouldn't have much else. More podcasting. He was doing stuff like that, bro. Don't sleep on it, bro.
I was going to say, how did you hear about the 091 show from Blanchardstown? Was it Jay and Jay Ronick?
Oh, it came up on my Instagram. It came up on like my Explore page at the time, and I was looking at it, and I didn't know it was based here. You get me? I thought it was based somewhere else. So now my guess obviously was UK, but then when I saw it was based in Dublin, Ireland, from that day I said, some way, somehow, I have to be there. I have to be there. And then I started tuning, watching all the interviews, like, and I was like, nah, you're really, really on shit, and you do what you do to like crisp perfection. And I said, like, it's crazy that people from these ends are able to produce such high quality, and we can say that that's ours, like that's Ireland's produce. You get me? So
yeah,
like I'm saying, bro, you're saying that I'm gassing you up, but you can't sleep on yourself. Like, you've got something unreal on your hands.
Respect, bro. I'm doing it, but through the camera. And listen, Henry Hill is my shit, yo, fam. I like that. That's in the Spotify saves, fam.
Oh, is there? Oh, bless you, bro. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, we really tried hard with that one, me and Spexy, the producer. We wanted to try talk about stuff that we were seeing, talk about the real stuff that was going on. I don't know if you got a chance to tune into the lyrics properly, but there is a good bit that I'd seen that I tried discussing like lightly, briefly. And yeah, we're happy with what came out. And I'm happy that you like it, especially, yeah.
No, that's definitely, that's my shit, because my whole thing is, like, from the beginning, bro, when I tell you when the 091 show started, yeah? First off, it was called the 090 show, fam. It was before the before that drill there. There was no Irish drill them times. That's how long it was,
yeah, for sure.
And all I cared about was, like, I'm doing my leaving cert them times, yeah? And all I cared about was the scene in Ireland. I wanted us to have something like that. Yeah. So what you're saying is I've done it, and that's sick. I respect that. But
like,
so obviously, seeing a younger person, bro. I assume you're younger than me. I don't know. How old are you?
Yeah. I'm younger.
How old are you, fam? Or is that a secret?
Just turned 17 February this year. Supposed to be doing the leaving, fam. But you know how it went.
And you already making music like that?
I've been here a while. I think I just started really, really young. Like, probably too young. But it's just the case of I started young, didn't take it seriously, didn't know what I was doing for the first like 4 years. It's the 5th year now, and it's only now I can really say that I'm doing it. You know what I mean? I was just testing the waters earlier on.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's been a minute.
Yeah. Shit,
it's been a minute.
Is what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna do my intro, but what we just said was good enough that I edit it in. It's all good. So,
problem.
Yo, you're listening to the sounds of Porrick, A Pharaoh, and AKA PTBM, and this ain't the 091 show. This is Give Me a TV show with and today, you see this you here, yeah? Talent, brains, heart. It's
That's
over.
it, come on.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you now, yeah. Listen,
Crazy.
if you don't make it, my whole belief system goes out the window, rude boy.
What's time to, bro? People really think we can do it. You know what I mean?
But yeah, bro. I mean, this ain't the reason why you're here today or not. But one of the things I wanted to talk to you was you made a little video there called "A United Country?" ?
Yes, sir. Yeah. I remember that one still. Just like last month, I think it was. Yeah.
And you had some very bold things to say, bro.
Yeah, fam. I think it was. I was just sitting on a couple of things, talking to different artists, and I found it weird because I don't see myself as anybody big yet on the scene to be talking about stuff like that. But it got to a stage where basically the way it happened was I had a couple of different artists coming to me about it out of nowhere, just saying that they feel like the support that they're getting could be a lot better. So then I said, okay, cool. I put on my Instagram, are there artists who feel like their support system could be stronger, feel like they want to be more established? There were loads of yeses, loads of no's. People who don't even make music were getting involved in the conversation. So I said, okay, I'm going to take in some artists. And I wanted to make just like a little group chat where we can support each other, talk about each other's music and stuff like that. Then I started linking people from here, linking people from Northern Ireland, a good few from Derry. And it was just mad. I didn't know that there were so many people who felt the same way I did. And then that's when I created, it's the closest thing I felt to like a musical family in Ireland for myself, And we kept having this discussion over and over and over. And I said, I just said, like, I have a voice. Let me try speak on it anyway. And I knew it would make noise. I just took the noise for granted. Like, I didn't know I didn't know it would come with such energy and so much publicity so quick to the point where it completely caught me off guard. Like, it felt like snatched my normality out of my system.
Well, what I found so interesting about it was, see those group chats and those little cliques and stuff, that's not new. But what really struck me about your video and what you were saying was this, I've described it on the show before as like a militancy, like a fully having Ireland as your main focus, like, and having a passion for our scene and our culture and our music and our people and our future. Do you know what I mean? Which I think is actually, it's not there in everybody, bro. It's not there in everybody. Like, and I think you kind of alluded in the video as if to say that, some people really, I don't know if they think that they're better or what it is, but they don't have that in them. And it was so great to see that in somebody as young as yourself, bro, and like the heart that it was said with, bro. I was there, like, I commented once, and I was like, I was sat there and I'm thinking, I'm like, nah, not yet. Let it go.
Because it's like, I don't know, bro. It's like, obviously, there were people who felt like I was talking specifically about them, but it wasn't really the case because I had seen so many people and worked with so many people who purely built themselves a following, a fan base, and have been constantly trying, jabbing at ideas. How are we going to make Ireland blow? How are we going to put this country on this map of Europe, on the scene? How are we going to establish ourselves as a well-known community? And it's just a case of maybe it was the time we didn't have the right facilities, we didn't have the right mindsets, we didn't have the right ideas in our head. But then I'm seeing people as well who say one thing and then do another. And I feel like it's completely fine. You know what I mean? It's completely fine if you want to do it for yourself. Like, that's cool by all means, because more time survival of the fittest spent for yourself. And it's cool, no issue with that at all. I just got into a stage where I was seeing people saying that they would do it, but then once they have an opportunity to put everybody on, it's just them themselves. It's a me, myself, and I type of thing. I don't like contradicts like that. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And I was trying to be careful and not push nobody's buttons or
I know you gotta play the politics of it, but at the same time you can express yourself, and speak the truth and make the double shame. And if the hat fits, wear it, bro. Do you know what I mean? That's nothing you're worrying about because you triggered somebody by telling your truth. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Because I knew for sure one thing, I wasn't talking about nobody specific, but I couldn't help but notice that it's just a simple case of I can't do anything if I say something with nobody in my head and you fit the shoe that I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Just like what you said, because that's out of my hands. If you feel like I was talking about you when I know I wasn't, that's out of my hands. That's all on you. And
I'm sure nobody came sticking their hand up saying, "Oh, this is me."
Yeah, no, there wasn't. But I remember right after I posted that video, this is how quick everything happened. Right after I posted that video, I'm seeing people having their own little conversations in the comments. I didn't reply to any comments except the ones that were like really worthy and needed replying to. And I'm seeing I switch off my phone, I switch off my notifications because my phone's blowing up, and I'm like, yeah, all right, let me let that cool down a little bit because my phone was hot. And then I'm getting calls on my Snap on my phone, and I'm like, this guy wants to have you on his Instagram Live. And I'm like, what did I get myself in now? Because that right there was when I realized I'm after making a lot of noise, maybe too much noise, maybe not enough noise, but like, you know what I mean? Like I've been heard. Yeah. So I hopped on the live. I'm preparing myself for like getting bashed. I'm preparing, who the fuck do you think you are saying talking about red tete? That's what I was prepared for. I hopped on. Shout out to Jeremiah as well, who was doing the live there. He was like, yo man, I really respect what you were saying, because I know it wasn't easy. And I was like, oh, that's mad, it's low. Obviously there are people who would disagree with what I'm saying, and that's fine. I definitely made some mistakes saying some certain things in that video. I owned up to that in the moment, and people felt like they were being directed. I said, nah, that wasn't the case. I was just speaking what's on my mind. Yeah. But I can't make such a big statement and then say, nah, I don't believe in it anymore. You know what I mean? Even if it's a little bit, like, that's just completely out of character. And that's not why the video was made. Like, I have to stand by what I said because I feel so strong. And there's people like you that I was giving homage to a couple of days after, because it's like I said before, obviously when we were talking about it before, it's the places where you guys have given us a platform to speak about our art, even if it's not on a global scale the way we all want it yet. You are giving us the tools, the stepping stones to establish ourselves in the scene. Like, only so many amount of people saw the video that I posted, but now you and the people who are sharing it, people that support that I was talking about, to make this known and make this known that there are artists out here who do feel like this is an issue. And that's why I'm saying people like you, the like Sequence, Evans, the people who are on Derek, like those are the people.
That's funny because, you know, like, it's funny to hear you speak about the 091 show like that, because obviously we see ourselves as the people who should be paying homage, you know what I mean? Like, you can watch by any video. Yo, I bet the likes of Sequence and all of these people, like, their name's been mentioned 1,000 times over it must be more than 2 years now. So that's funny. Yeah. You were talking as well. I thought this gave a real good insight into the kind of character that you are. You were talking about how certain people have such clout, but do nothing worthwhile with it. And I was wondering if you'd like to speak about your vision in regard to that, and like.
Okay. Yeah, nah. So it was like, it's coming from a place where, this was obviously around the time where we were seeing everybody hopping on an Instagram Live every single day. You know, when it was the likes of Tory Lanez doing his radio. It's entertainment, 110%. That's cool. But my mentality is, I'm building my music. Like I said, it's a stepping stone. It's a ladder tool for the bigger aim, which is to create a place for people like me, artists like me, to establish themselves and pave a path for themselves. And I was seeing people with a high following just kind of like, to keep it blunt, just talking out their ass on Instagram about the most irrelevant stuff. Something that doesn't concern nobody, stuff that's not important. And I guess it's the case of, you're entitled to your own speech, your own opinion, but yeah, brother, it was just like...
They've got no... as they say, they've got no gra, like they've got no heart for anybody else or the scene, or like that. Like, from their perspective, they're good and that's it.
And you can kind of tell by the way they speak about specific things. how their mentality works to a specific extent, of course, because social media only shows so much of who we really are. But it's pretty obvious to see that there are some people, and people will know, it'll come to your head, whoever you have in mind when I speak about this, you will know who is there for a legitimate and kind of respectable reason with their following, and that's how their following is built up. But then there are other people as well who will just kind of just go there to kind of get on everybody's nerves, be controversial, and just try keep relevant, with the relevant stuff. Yeah. And that's the kind of angle I was getting at there, because it was a conversation me and a couple of homies, like people who want to establish themselves as well, were having. And it's just like, I can't lie, it comes from a slight place of jealousy in my mind, because I know
yeah.
You know, like, I have to keep it real. I'm not gonna come on here and lie through my teeth. Like, I just wish I knew how to get that following, or I had that following, so what we're talking about now can be seen by a higher standard or a higher group of people with bigger numbers. And it's just like I said in Henry Hell, I don't know if you heard it. One lyric that was really, really important to me that I had to kind of enunciate and specify on was, I goes, big up to the bigger hitters who are doing numbers upon scene. So like, if you have those numbers, you're getting known, fair play to you. Like, I'm paying homage to you. I'm the one who's to respect you. Get me? But I'm big up to the bigger hitters who are doing numbers upon scene. I might pull up with the younger brothers who are dreaming the Irish dream. Yeah. What I'm saying is, you lot that have 20K, 30K followers, I might just take all of us 1,000, 2,000, couple hundred followers, and we might just end up making the same amount of noise as you are. Like, that's what this is all about. That's why right before you called me, I was so excited, because I was just talking to the missus there about it, and I was like, the revolution that I've had in my mind since I was 13, since the day I first dropped my first song, like, this is the start of it. I know it's a long road, because this isn't something that's easy.
Talk that shit, man. Tell them. Because you're not the only one, bro, as well. You're not the only one that feels like this. North man feel like this. And I had to respect the way he said it as well. And you know what, what else struck me was the way that he said it. The way that, like, you clearly put thought into that. When you said something about the first question people ask is, are there any black people in Ireland? That kills me. I was fuming. I was so angry at that. You know what I mean? Because there's so much talent here. There's countless amount of actors, songwriters, rappers, singers, entertainers, and it's such a mockery of the country. Get me? Because the fact that people think, right, obviously this isn't an African man's country. That's fine, 110%. We all know that. But when they made that comment about us, it didn't come from a place of lack of acknowledgement. It just came from complete ignorance. And it's like, social media is full of people that are just trying to be funny all the time. And that was one of those attempts. And when I saw it, I said, nah, like, how can we sit cozy with that? And I was so happy that JB2 put us on like that. Because then they were like, wow, there's talent here. It was kind of like a slap in the face to them, because first the conversation was, wait, you're trying to make music in Ireland. Wait, Irish people are trying to make music. Now it's a stage where Irish shit is kind of hard, you know, like, we're mixing with the Australian, the US, the UK, like, we're in that discussion of drill now, you know what I mean? Like, we're there. They can't take us out, like, we're cemented. Now we're just built. Literally with that, we laid the groundwork, we had the blueprint plan, and now we're just building and building and building and building. There'll be a dynasty of Irish music, there'll be empires, and like, that's what I'm saying, like, it's something huge. Like I commented on your thing, bro, you have to keep the faith. The cream does rise to the top. And clout, like, Chad, it's like poison, you know. You might get about too much of it and just fall off, like. So
you love it.
You
comes, you go.
You have to keep that goodness about you. So you're fine, bro. I wouldn't even worry, bro. But
but yeah, that's really it. And it was a thing of people were saying.
And you said as well, move as a country and as a family. And again, just that vision. I love. Well, bro, even from 2018 to 2020, the difference in the Irish scene is insane.
It's madness. That's what I'm saying.
Can you imagine there was certain man screaming for the Irish scene before 090, bro. That's mad long ago, you know. Yeah.
It's crazy.
So to go from that to this, Chad, who knows where we'll be in 2022, 2024? You'll still be young, bro. You'll be living, bro. You're gonna catch that peak.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm just excited to see what's gonna come. Because I remember when Dear Fact was just established and made. And I remember seeing their 091 videos, and like those were the people I was paying homage to. But I remember having a conversation with a legend on the scene, New Machine. Shout outs to him for the conversation we had earlier on after I posted that video, because it just inspired me so much. And he made me realize that the Irish rap scene isn't necessary. It's not new at all. Like, it's been there. It's just been a case of there were people who really had to go through the hardships of it. Back in like 2007, 2008, like I was only like, 6 or 5. And it's just a case of we forget to give thanks to those people. And I remember it was a case of like, it made me think it's like sometimes we'll pay homage to obviously the ones who are doing it recently. Sometimes even the elders in the UK, the likes of Gigs and them, man. Yeah, we have the Gigs of Ireland. We have the Kalashnikov of Ireland, like Maverick Samber. The people who was doing it way back in the day. And it kind of made me feel like, I'm definitely, that's one thing I realized after talking to Annie Machine. I'm a part of the issue, because there's so much more to the Irish culture and community and music scene that we're all uneducated about. And I hope that the facilities come where we can be more educated on that, pay more respect to those people. Because they definitely had it harder than us as rappers. They definitely did. And that shouldn't be misinterpreted or misacknowledged. Like, it has to be known and respected. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, that's a very strong point. I rate that so much. Bro, so what's next for Fortune, bro? What's the next move? What's come on.
Well, the year's planned out. Like, so we're good for most of 20. Well, we're good for the 2020 year. 2021, we're thinking we've got, I'd say the first half of that year planned out a little bit, but obviously it's like Henry Hill just went out. And the love for that has been crazy. We've got some visuals coming July. We've obviously been working on the EP since August last year. And there's obviously the mini documentary, which will drop as kind of like a tease to that, hopefully around August. And then that release will come September. And we'll close the year down properly, hopefully. But yeah, we're all busy, bro. Just trying to work and get it like everybody else. Get established and well known around the land of Era Ireland, innit?
Jeez, gunshots. One more question then. So, how have you? First off, have you been? Your creativity now, has it been mad affected by the quarantine, or how did you manage that? How are you dealing with it, bro?
It's been. I always used to tell my homies and other artists, I said, if I wasn't doing school, if I didn't have any other responsibilities, I'd be making music every single day. And the way I looked at it, I always prayed for that chance to be able to make music effectively on my own say-so. And I wish it didn't have to be caused by quarantine, but it felt like God said, you've been saying this for so long, here's your opportunity, show me what you can do with the time. I thought this was only like a week, 2 weeks, so I said, okay, let me try to get as far ahead with the EP as I can, because I wasn't really moving anywhere. And I'm blessed to have the setup at home, so it was a case of making a song every single day, it'd be 1-2 tracks minimum. And working on collabs, I started picking up more projects, so I had my own EP, a collab EP that I was working on as well on the weekends, and obviously the people like me on drill, so I decided to take up a drill tape as well. And it's been, I've been addicted. Like, I caught the ball.
Questions for you, bro.
Sorry?
I've got so, like, you get me? I got so much to say. I have to hold up too quick, and we'll get you a proper when I get my studio back and stuff.
Yeah, no.
I'm still get that done, you know. I promise. It's funny.
Yeah,
I won't even lie. Yeah, I like fell off with the quarantine for real for like 2 months. I couldn't even get into that space there to be creative in that. Yeah. And then kind of, what was it, the 18th of May, they lifted the restrictions a bit. And I was like, nah, you know what? I can't do this no more. I have to just pick up and go.
It's that moment where, that had to come from me as well though. Like, for the first few weeks, it was obviously like chilling out, catching my breath, starting to take it a little for granted and being lazy. But it was a thing of like, this opportunity doesn't come around often. And I always said to myself, like even in 2015, 2016, I don't know why the year 2020 was so aesthetically pleasing for me. I said, that's the year they have to know my name, Igiebore, because I don't feel like I have a name that shouldn't be known. And you just need that tunnel vision moment where you realize what you have on you. And like see, as you said, obviously, I'm younger than you. You've got something so good on your hands. Someone hungry like me can say, I want it more than he does. Yeah. And I'm working every day to take it. Then do you know what I mean? Like, it's just like we said, these things are easy to come, same time they're even easier to go. Yeah. And what you have on you right now, you specifically, is something that can grow into a dynasty and an empire. Because nobody's really putting Galway on like you. And I ain't even saying this to gas you up. Like, that's the thing. Like, you got. It came from a stage where, I'm not gonna lie, my mom said to me one day during quarantine, she said, if you've got people who believe in you and feel like you can be a success and you're not working towards said success, you're disrespecting everybody's belief towards you. That's when I kind of felt guilty for the laziness that I had let take over myself. And brother, it's a little bit every day can make a big difference by the end of the year. Like, there's some people who will make like 5-6 tracks in a day. I can't do that. Like, so even if it's one day, you know what I mean? Like, one track a day, one verse a day. If you planned out your day, give yourself something to do at 10 o'clock, give yourself something to do at 3 o'clock, give yourself something to do at 7 o'clock. That's 3 minor things that are putting you way ahead of everybody else. Because now I feel like I've overlapped artists a couple of times now, and I'm excited to just show everybody what's been produced.
I love that. I love that energy, bro.
Yeah, it had to grow into it, but it's easy.
Listen, yeah.
Easy.
Welcome to 091 family.
Swear down.
You're part of the gang now, you get me? You've been on the show.
That's me, man. May has been good, Carl Henry Hill, but 091 family, that's something that I'm going to remember this year. Because like I said, I've been trying to talk to you for the longest. And this is one of the best conversations I've had the whole year. Been and on, for real.
Gosh, for real, bro. Look, I'm just saying, yeah, your heart clean, your bar's cold. You get me? Yeah, I can't even tell you to do this, do that. Like, it's just time, bro. And we all had to wait. You get me?
Yeah, for sure. 110%, man. I just have to say thanks for giving me the platform to talk about this, innit? Because I feel like it did need to be discussed more in a little more detail, and you fueled it to do. Love, man, for real. I appreciate you. For real.
See, if I made that video, it'd be all like 2 hours long trying to say what you said in 3 minutes, bro.
It took a couple of takes, bro. It took a couple of tapes, for real. But yeah, just I tried being careful, but at the end of the day, like, you can't please everybody. I didn't please everybody. I annoyed a lot of people, but I wouldn't change what happens for the world.
Yeah.
No risk or reward you get. You can't make everybody happy.
That's it. You get me? All right then, bro. I'm gonna let you go.
I love, brother. Thank you so much for the opportunity once again, bro.
Bless.
Come on, G.